The city of angels is black and gold. You are listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast. And now, Joseph Zacher.
Greetings, Los Angeles. Welcome to episode 434 of the Heart of LAFC podcast. I'm going to call this one Arbitro Sucio after seeing the madness that we dealt with in the last match. Yes, we got the result. Could have done much better if we had a level playing field, but hey, when you beat 12, it's a good day. So I'll take that for sure. Of course, we're going to talk about the match thoroughly. We'll talk about the next leg as well. We'll also talk about our win in Minnesota. Big win for us getting one there. And of course, preview our payback match as we travel to San Diego this weekend. Yes, it's busy times. None of the games are easy, and it's only going to get busier from here, as Mark Dos Santos told all of us in the post game. So, yes, we're going to cover that all. We aren't going to hide from that. You know us. We go right for it. We love going into that stuff. Tonight's going to be Bam and me, and Tony will join us a little bit later as he's coming back in again. So, it's on. It's the crew. Araceli is off for the night. We will see her very, very soon for the next episode, hopefully. But again, busy times for everybody, so let's just jump right into it. Of course, we had the big match, but we got to talk about the MLS matches too. So first one to talk about, of course, is the match against Minnesota United. Basically, this one here, we got the necessary win, right? We go there, we play a modified lineup, we get the win as needed. Lineup, like I said, was different. Lloris was in goal. Tafari, Long, and Segura were their center backs. Tillman, Eustaquio, Hollingshead, Smolikov, again, different. Ordaz, Martinez, Bouanga. So that was the lineup that we saw. Yes, I know, different, but expected and actually preferred. I'll go to you, Bam. I know I didn't get crazy with introductions tonight because it's so busy, but hey, what did you think about the lineup setup for LAFC against Minnesota?
I was a little bit surprised that no Sonny but Bouanga, especially with him being on that yellow card trajectory and all that kind of stuff. But overall, I was actually quite pleased with it. I did pick the three center backs and the wing backs. I did pick that.
Yes, you did.
Yeah. I just didn't expect Hollingshead and Smolikov to both start, but I liked it. Having Tillman and it start to go in the midfield was good. And then having Martinez, Ordaz on the field together, which happens rarely these days, but it's always good to see.
Yeah, I mean, much welcomed. And to be honest, Palencia, they need some rest, man. They need some rest. Like, we have some guys that are just our constants out there, and you know that's going to be bad news if you keep doing it. So, to me, it was good to see the subs. It was needed. Hollingshead needs minutes. Smolikov definitely needs minutes. He's probably the one that suffered the most under the new setup. So it's good to see him in there. And, of course, Ordaz, Scrappy Doo. Yeah, the first half wasn't that great for him, but at least he was on the field doing his job that way. Now, how did it go? Well, 9th minute. Didn't take us long to get the goal. Good setup to Martinez, and then Martinez doing Martinez things makes it look easy at times, just like this one where he sped past, did the job, and put it pretty much near side on the keeper, getting the job done, making it look easier than let's be honest, it ever would be. Looked good. Your thoughts on the goal, man?
Props to Tillman for that little touch, that little back heel touch that went in there. It was a well-deserved goal, a lot sooner than what we thought it would happen. But to be fair, besides that, there really wasn't that much action during the whole game, from our end at least. Like, in the first half, with all that going on, they had 11 shots on goal. We had 3.
Yeah, and of course, Lloris is the story yet again, making the necessary saves as needed. Always a few wild ones. I mean, he's like in a different level this year. That's for certain.
Easily. And then, with the first half too, just a goal, as I said, nothing really to talk about. Second half, we have a halftime substitution, as we had Long going off for Portia. So Long had 45 minutes in him, which is good to see. That's definitely.
Yep.
There was a yellow card each in the 52nd, 53rd minute, one to Tillman and one to Yeboah from Minnesota. Then there was two more subs, Chonier and Ebobisi in for Estachio and Martinez. In the 84th minute, Drew Terry comes on for Ordaz. So you look at that, Martinez and Ordaz are both get subbed off. And in the 92nd minute, who comes on and then gets a yellow card virtually straight away is Palencia. He comes on for Smolikov. So, he came in, he did something at least.
He wanted to find his way on the score sheet. Like, he wanted just to be on the official record. Like, I did something. And he does it for sport. Let's be honest. He kind of digs his yellow cards. He feels like he's earned something for the day, and that's okay. That's why we have him. He is the sandpaper in our lineup. And he gets the other guys up. Again, he's one of my favorites by a lot. Just again, you need that guy. He's that guy. Brings an edge to it. So yes, job done. Is it something to write home about, like a major win? Honestly, it kind of is. We need to get some points, but the bigger story is the ability to move players around, not take up any injuries in the lead up, get guys warm that need to be warm, like you always say. So honestly, it played itself the way we needed it to play out. You get your points, get the heck out of there, get home, get ready for the bigger game. That's pretty much the vibe, which leads us directly into that next game. No reason to jump around it. Let's just talk about what we need to talk about. The match, the moment, the madness last night that has my voice the way it is right now. Tony's, when you hear him when he comes on, is going to be even worse. It was loud. It was crazy. So, yes, semifinal, leg one. We already knew that the other side of the bracket, Nashville had lost 1-0 to Tigres. Their leading scorer was out for that game, so we kind of know that vibe too. And so they've got to go do something special down there. But for us, Toluca in our sights, they had a good weekend match against Leon. So against them getting a little bit of momentum, they also found out which players they were going to lose in the lead up for the Mexico national team. We'll talk about that also for the preview for the leg two. But you knew that they were going to go all out. They had their best roster they possibly could in the moment, and we were short one, a big one, right? With one Denny Bouanga being out of the lineup. Now, how did we field it? How did it look? Well, we went with 3-4-2-1. We didn't list it that way at kickoff, but that is what it kind of turned into. You had Lloris back in goal. You had Long, Tafari, and Porteous back as your center backs. You had Delgado and Chouanier holding it down as defensive midfielders. You had Palencia and Schaffelberg as your wing-back midfielders. Yes, play high, play low as necessary. One tends to play higher than most, right? But basically, they were patrolling the sides. Martinez, Tillman, withdrawn outside, you call it, moving around, were your secondary attackers, and then Sonny was your primary. How did it look when they finally took the field? Very different, I feel. Martinez went more wide. Tillman went more center. Sonny kind of went where he felt like as necessary, as long as you were keeping pressure where you need to. Schaffelberg played very high when he needed to. But basically, yeah, you had to survive Toluca. Now, how did Toluca field it? Kind of as expected for us. We saw Garcia back in goal. We saw Mendez and Lopez center backs. We saw Simon and Gallardo as the outside backs. Ruiz and Romero were holding it down in the midfield with Angulo as their playmaker. Helinho and Castro were their outside mids. And up top, as the target, was Paulinho. No shock. This is what we were expecting from them. Maybe Alexis Vega would find his way in, but he did not start this game. Kind of interesting knowing that he won't be there possibly for leg two, but that is what we saw from their lineup. How did it kick off? Kind of brutal, kind of tough. We kind of got pushed like crazy in the first half. It was very physical. Calls were more than a little one-sided on one side. Martinez was repeatedly getting basically hammered. So you had those repeat foul situations that weren't really garnering a yellow card that might have put this under control. So basically, it was a slugfest in the first half where they dominated us. We could not get the ball moving. We couldn't get much going at all. A couple counters, but yeah, a rough one, a survival first half, to be honest. A little hard to watch, very hard to watch. Bam, you were hearing it on the radio mostly. I mean, your assessments of what we were dealing with in that first half.
We are family friendly. I got to remember that we are family friendly. First half was absolute shambles. Hugo Lloris kept us in it a lot with some of the close shots that they had that went straight to Hugo Lloris. It was either side of him. He wasn't stopping that because it was too close.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, as a whole, we played a good game. We played our game. We didn't go down to the Mexican bullshittery of sneaky stuff from behind plays and that kind of stuff. We kept our side clean as possible. And then when we started getting a bit rough in the second half, that's when we started getting the yellows. When it's like, but now we're doing what they're doing. So why are we getting all
of a sudden? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we want to call it. I think the thing was driving me nuts the most. Again, was Martinez getting hammered constantly, but Sonny getting basically bear hugged every time he had back to goal and nothing, right? I guess arms and hands don't matter to this referee. Like you can grab, tug, doesn't really matter anymore. It's more rugby than football at this point. And so it really canceled out the game that we do, right? The counter can't be a counter if everybody's on the ground. It just isn't going to happen. You're gonna survive it, and thankfully we didn't drop any goals. We got the halftime. We survived. Now that we got to the halftime, you know who I'm going to put on right now, right? That's right, Tony. He is in the mix. Let me get him on here. Tony, how are you doing, sir? I'm sure the voice is a little different like mine today.
I am so tired. I woke up like death itself. My body ache, my voice ache, my arms are hurting, and I still had to continue on and still do 32-52 stuff today. So that's why I'm late. It's especially for this weekend and then moving on forward to Wednesday. But excited. I know we're in the second half, so I didn't miss too much. I missed the immaculate saves by Lloris that kept us still 0-0 into the half. I know I missed that, and then just the overall, just the dominance of Toluca just holding us to possession that whole half.
Yeah, not getting much moving for our side. It was rough. Yes, the calls were always against us. But hey, 32-52 was holding it down. The crowd was holding it down. I heard chants from other places. Like it was like that. So we get to the second half. Tony, I'm going to pass it to you because you are much better at this than I am. You need some highlights, sir. What happened in the second half? You know you're ready for this. You got this.
Let's see. Let's just talk about it. Like,
yeah,
mind you, the person who scored this goal, shout out to Son for finding him, even though it was bouncing around. But the tale of Timothy Tillman this game, I wanted to kill him. There was moments in time where I'm like, why is he even on the field as a winger? As a midfielder, I'm okay with it. As a winger, I think the project needs to stop. I'm not the only one who thinks this. There's multiple other people who probably have the same idea. But for that one moment, in that moment, it was perfect. And that was in the 51st minute. Tillman finds the back of the net outside the box with a miraculous goal, allows us to put us up 1-0. And North End erupted. It was going crazy. I was like, all right, we have the momentum, we got them, and continued on with that. With probably a couple minutes later, give or take 10 minutes or so, over. We have another goal by Schaffelberg. Unfortunately,
Schaffelberg.
Schaffelberg. Unfortunately, called offsides. Now, the controversial offsides. Let's have this conversation. We will stop.
Yes.
We will stop this this review of the half and highlights of this half to have this. I see where the offside call was made. I understand it. I understand the reasoning why they called it. I still don't believe it was offsides. Now, fellas, you have the floor.
Oh, no, we got robbed. We got robbed of it. We got robbed. When we say dirty ref, as we call this episode, I mean it. It took them 10 minutes of VAR to find a reason to take the goal back. They had to find a way. If you look at the lines they use on the VAR, it's not even based off of the last defender. You look at it, where the ball is at, where the line's at. Look at the cut in the grass. It's nonsense. It's a nonsense call. If you see it in live action, there's no doubt this one's a good one. But hey, CONCACAF's going to CONCACAF. They like to be the laughing stock of world football. Continue to be so. This is why people laugh at you. This is why they don't take CONCACAF seriously. We're playing 90s away goals still, and we're doing this crap. Ridiculous. 10 minutes. Mind you, this game only had 6 minutes of injury time in the second half, right? And you had a 10-minute wait for a VAR call. I can do math. That's a little weird. All right. So if that goal stands, we run away with this match. There's no coming back. Like all momentum, 2 quick hits, done for. But hey, they had to manufacture this and make it close. I don't know what the deal is. Kind of think what the deal is. Can't make accusations on that level, but hey, it ain't fair. It ain't right. It doesn't look good on any account. I'll go to you, Bam. Thoughts?
So I'm on the ifab.com.
Mm-hmm.
VAR assistant referee protocol. Principles. Number 1. A video assistant referee, VAR, is a match official with independent access to match footage who may assist the referee only in the event of a clear and obvious error or serious missed incident in relation to A, a goal, no goal, B, penalty, no penalty, C, direct red card, not second yellow card / caution, D, mistaken identity. If it takes you that long, it's not clear and obvious.
Duh. Unless you want it to be. Yeah.
Exactly. So I am going to say to Mr. I'm going to butcher his name, but I don't
Butcher
care.
it. Butcher it. Butcher it. Butcher it. Who gives a hell?
Ismail Alexander Corneo Melendez. Look up the IFAB rules. It's not that hard.
Yeah, I hope the check doesn't clear.
Was that to me?
Yeah, it was ugly. It was ugly. It kept this series close. Now we got to deal with it. Second leg, they get an away goal. We'll lead to that one. So not long after the controversy, the next play we almost give up a goal because we're flat-footed in the moment.
Well,
How does it go, Tony?
Well, we lost all momentum with that. 10 minutes, you kill the momentum that we built up after that goal. And, we're going in high, but unfortunately, once momentum is killed. And in the 73rd minute, Angelo with a beautiful strike. Let's call an ace an ace. Let's call a spade with a beautiful goal outside, beating Lloris, putting Toluca back up 1-1. And, now this is where another gripe of mine is a little bit. But again, that's also my job at what I do in the stands and everything is the 32-52 kind of died and got the wind knocked out of him and everything. And we had to rally back to get back up, which we usually did. But it's 1-1 and we're going towards this like crap. We're going into Toluca 1-1 and they have the advantage with that away goal.
Yep.
And it's not looking great. We are doing everything that we in the stands are doing everything to do what we can to keep the team in the game. You know what I mean? The team is doing everything they can to keep it in the game. Substitution, I feel, were too late, too little too late sometimes. Mind you, we don't know we're getting that much overtime. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? So at the time, it's too little too late with the substitutions. There were some questionable substitutions of why they were there so long, why we're taking this person out and everything like that. And to kind of elaborate on that, it was 80th minute, Matthews gets substituted out for Estacio. Great move.
Mm-hmm.
Ibobase. I think Ibobase needs to. I think it's time. You know what I mean? I think it's time for Ibobase experiment kind of doing. He's done great things against us. Hasn't really done anything for us in the last couple of games. So, mind you, last couple of games, I'll give him that. But history is not the best moving forward. And those were in the 80th minutes, like 67th minute, of course, Eric Long comes out, which we need to. Still coming off an energy, but crazy he played that much. But and then in the 91st, in extra time in the first minute, Sonny with a nice cross to find Tafari to put us up 2-1, and that place exploded, and that shut down Toluca supporters and everything, and it just blew up everything. And that's all she wrote, because Toluca couldn't really get into it. Got really ticky-tacky. The referees were horrendous. I didn't come back and talk about the horrendous no call on Martinez, who got destroyed. And then on the way back, we finally got a call back for us. And the only reason they got a yellow card for Toluca was because talking back to the referee, and that was the only reason that yellow card was submitted. It wasn't because of the fouls or anything else. It was because of the back talk. So
Porteous getting a yellow card on his first tackle of the game.
Again, call it both ways, but it is what it is. And we go into Toluca 2-1. Yes, it feels like a tie, but there's more pressure on them than there is on us because of, again, Toluca is the Bicampeones champions. They're the reigning champions. They are supposed to be the best team in Liga MX, and it ain't looking so great moving forward, especially with Bowanga coming back for the second leg, and this is what we were having the discussion about. So take it as it is. Yes, it's a tie at the moment with aggregate goals, and they just can't still move on because of it, but there is more pressure on them to succeed, and that's about it.
They still have to win. They still have to shut us out. Now, that's leg 2. Leg 1. Hey, what happened after we scored that game-winning goal? Bam, what happened? What did the referees do when we scored that game-winning goal?
Sorry about that too.
They went to VAR.
Yeah.
Which,
of
course,
as I said, for this game, I was listening because obviously kickoff was right when I was working, so I chucked on the radio. If you have never listened to a game on the radio with Dave Denholm calling it, do yourself a favor and do it. He is amazing. He calls games like a supporter. He calls out the referee bullshit. He calls that out on there. How ESPN LA hasn't been getting fines because of it, I don't know, but hopefully they haven't. But if you do get a chance, especially for an away game, you're out doing stuff, chuck on the radio. It's really good to listen to.
Definitely. Dave Denholm is we are blessed to have him in our ranks. That's for sure. So yeah, definitely have a listen. Maybe for the San Diego match if you can't go to the match, But hey, funny that they did the VAR. I guess they couldn't make a funny line. It would be too squiggly to get away with it this time. So we got the win. We move away. Yes, Mark Dos Santos had some colorful things regarding the schedule afterward. That's cool. I agree with him. It's kind of ridiculous. But hey, when you want to play Leagues Cup in August, you got to force all these other games. That. Now, Mohamed did say that they weren't too worried. At least that's what I heard from it, because, hey, we got our away goal, whatever. So they're going to be ready. They're going to be lit up for the next round. That is that. In terms of the performance by the team, my assessment for this is, hey, thank you for surviving, guys, and still not letting, because there was a period after they took that second goal where our guys and a couple other BS calls, it was very obvious our guys lost momentum. They lost gas in those moments, and they still survived and still were able to do what they did and finish the game off. So good on them for actually having the resiliency to pull it off. That, I think, is our story, is the resiliency of knowing that, hey, even against 12, you got the job done. On the day, you got the job done. You beat these guys for game one. Tony, your assessment before I go to the comments from our supporters?
I know I wasn't here for the beginning of it, but I'm curious for the comeback tifo that the FO is going to pay for them to be like that, and I wonder how, because when you do a tifo, you kind of have to respond back with it in a certain way if you're going to do it right.
Mhm.
But I don't think killing an angel is the best thing in the world, especially in a very religious Catholic country.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if they even do one. If they even do one. We don't
Yeah.
know. It's a midweek game. We'll see what they do. But there's
But-
that.
But overall in the game, great. Again, great atmosphere. Great shout out to everyone who came out to the game and supported. You know what I mean? There's no other place that anyone wanted to be than there. You could feel the vibes in the beginning of the game. You know what I mean? With the two, the Banderoso out front, and then the Previa in the beginning before the game, and then just going all out. I know social media on all fronts was very, very thrown off by the first hit. I know. But I think it set the precedent perfectly of what we need to do. So, but overall, we're up ahead. Again, we are playing for home field advantage for the final game of this tournament. Winner of this one gets to host the cup final.
Either way.
Either way.
So we got to get the job done.
Exactly.
Job's not done. Simple. Job's not done. Far from it. Now comes the real test. You thought that was a test. Yeah, the real test is upon us. All right, let's see who's on tonight from the faithful. Dave in the mix. He says we need a result in Diego. Second leg in Toluca is the goal. We need this to be the focus. Yes, we need the result against San Diego since they've swept us so far in their existence. But primary goal is still Toluca. I think Mark Dos Santos hinted at that with his comments post game to kind of prepare us for where his focus is. But yeah, Marvin says. Marvin Mejia is in the mix. He says, "Do you guys think we have a chance of overcoming Toluca in Mexico in their hell of Nemesio Diaz?" I do. Why not? I mean, again, if they rig it, if we get this nonsense and it's worse, guaranteed penalty, red card, or something like that to take the game away from us, then yeah, we're gonna have problems. But on the up and up, Denny's back. We scored 2 goals on these guys without Denny. Actually scored 3. Just say it. We scored 3 against these fools without Denny Bouanga. That's impressive to do that. Under the circumstances, under the nonsense we were dealing with, you still managed that. So, yeah, do I think we can take them down? I definitely do. I do. Is it going to be hard? Yeah. Is it going to be epically hard? Yeah. But you got to have confidence going into this thing. Marvin also says, I feel scared because San Diego were in the same situation we are currently. Their first game they dominated and won, but in the second game they crumbled and got destroyed. Yeah, but have you seen their record as of late? 5 in a row lost. Like, they have some other issues at hand. They're not as deep as we are. It's a very different setup. So I'd say I think it's just a different story. It really is. But yeah, it can get away from you quick. That's for sure. It's gonna be tough for sure. Dave wants to know about our dad. Says, why isn't our dad seeing more minutes? asking for a friend. Hey, he's our friend too, man. Honestly, I'd expect more this weekend under the circumstances. I think it's just tough. He's dueling with Martinez for that next role. And if one's out, the other's out. Like, that's kind of the way we're setting up, is they're interchangeable. So that's the problem, is Martinez is a hot hand, then somebody else has to lose in that prospect. Also, Schaffelberg is getting the minutes that you would think maybe Ardaz would get because of the tools that he brings. It's what Marc Dos Santos wants out of these games and what he can expect from certain players. And in this case, Ardaz is a bit of the odd man out because of the needs in the moment. Will he get more minutes as the season progresses? Yeah, definitely. He's going to. He is starting to now. But yeah, he's the guy that's going to have to carry us when we're playing all these midweek matches for sure. Burke is on. Lefsini on here. Burke putting in the work in the North End as well yesterday. That is for certain. He says, I agree about the Tillman situation. I can't trust him. He shoots some great shots during warmups, but he is a deer in headlights 99% of the time during the match. Yeah, I mean, that miss in the first half where he just pegged the ball into the turf and it just kind of floated away, that kind of hurt. Diving header, that was never going to go in, right? I mean, you saw the trajectory he took on that. He's not a striker, guys, and he's not a winger. He is playing out of his role. And we all know the confidence isn't there for long distance shots either. So he does his purpose when he's in his position. When it's out of it, yeah, the confidence is not quite there. That's definitely the case with him. Has he been important for us? Yeah, you tell me it wasn't important. He did get the goal we needed, right? So that still got one across the line, but yeah, I get it. I do, definitely. Bam, do you want to jump on that about Tillman?
Yeah, I agree with that. But when he does get a hold of them and it gets them on target, they are some absolute bangers. So it's one of the things where it's like you want him to shoot the correct shots. As much as we'd like for him to score every time, obviously you can't do that. But I'm happy with him being more in the midfield. That's where he should be, plain and simple.
Yep. Agreed. That is for sure. I see Miss Mary Luna has a comment on here. This is fun. Like Tony was mentioning, says maybe the chief will be a devil crushing the gates of heaven. Maybe we'll see what they do. My bet is it'll be all about them. It'll be all about them. Only nothing about us. It's gonna be about them, because I've seen, you've seen tifos from them in the past. They're printable tifos. Yeah, maybe it's gonna have a cool sponsor on there too. I don't know, but I don't expect a whole lot. I think it'll be pretty much bland. If they go hard, I'll be really shocked, to be honest. I was, I say delightfully surprised, but beyond pleased with the angle that we took and the aggressiveness that we put into it, because there aren't many in our league that's gonna go that hard on a tifo, man. That was pretty intense. So, and then a little one across the bottom, painted. I mean, that was like the dig of digs. Yes, Bam.
Obviously, me being as stupid Australian as I am, what did the across the bottom say? Because
painted, not painted.
Yeah, cool. Because I couldn't in the photos, I couldn't see it completely, so I was just more curious.
The best part was the CONCACAF cameras. Like, we're like, oh, cool, a tifo, and then the minute they saw what it was like, get it off the screen. Like, it was pretty funny. Like, oh, okay. So yeah, point taken. Well done, Los Angeles. Beautiful stuff. So yeah, let's see how it goes. And of course, those travelers, and we'll talk about the second leg in a little bit, but all love to the travelers of the 3252 and LAFC faithful. So there are comments now. Definitely don't hesitate. We want to hear more from you guys tonight as we get into this thing, especially as we preview some of these matches. But y'all rock. So let's move it on forward. We don't have much tonight in regards to LAFC2 updates. I think because of so much going on, we're going to let that one go. But we do know that they're home for pretty much this entire month. So definitely go check them out since they will be the home team for most of their matches, if not all of them this month. So that is that. I will jump over to community news for Tony. I know you got a little bit. They got some? A little bit? No?
I've seen some watch parties pop in and out, but
Yes.
nothing confirmed. I haven't, again, it's such a quick turnaround. I apologize on my end. It's also with a lot of things that I've been doing, so I don't know. I know there is one major one with Black Army coming up. I believe I remember hearing that. And then I think a couple other watch parties coming forward. But again, we're all recovering. Also, talk to your the other community news that I can, which is more of just again, we are a supporter podcast, so mostly some supporters. I hope supporters listen to us, which I know they do. There's a lot of people who do.
Yeah.
But talk to your leadership about San Diego and what the details for that, and that was all be said about that. And this is also, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, we can't say much for the safety of everyone, but there's a lot of logistical requirements for those heading to San Diego. Your day will be long. Prepare for it, but communicate. Entry, exit process, all of that stuff is pretty heavy. So you just want to, again, stay in contact with who you need to stay in contact and get there when they say to. That's the easiest.
Just going to throw one thing about San Diego away. Don't do what I did last year. Take a jumper or jacket with you. Just take one of them. It can get cold up there. So take a jumper or jacket.
That did hurt. Yeah, at the end we're like, what is this? It was hot all day. No, it ain't. Yeah, it's real, man. You're close to the water. There's no doubt about that. You feel it. So follow Tony's rules and be smart on the road trip. That is for sure. Follow directions. They are your friends.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll leave it at that. Details are meant for off camera. All right. Moving on to Black and Gold Vinyl Club Minute. I mean, honestly, I think we've done this one before, but I just felt compelled. I'm going back to Beastie Boys. I think this was Ill Communication, correct, for the album. Sabotage, man. Sabotage. It's in honor of the referees for this last match and the VAR crew. Sabotage was definitely my choice. Do you guys have a nomination?
I do, actually. But
I got one too. I'll wait for Tony to go first.
No, you go first. You go first.
No. Because this one is. I'm adding music. I'll start between two, but I think I'm gonna go with this one because of the memes that will be coming out all tomorrow. It's got to happen. I've got to do it with this one because what is it tomorrow for you guys over there?
I mean, it's May Day.
It's gonna be May.
Oh,
bit of,
God.
A bit of NSYNC. It's gonna be May.
Oh, I couldn't just.
Dang. Done broke it.
What is it? Is it bye or no? It's gonna be me. Yes, it's gonna be me. Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sure.
Any others, Tony? Was that the one, man?
No, that was not the one. But okay. Sure. Well, I just sometimes I think sometimes mine are bad when I pick songs and everything, but then there's okay. Anyways, let's get back at this. Okay, so my song is I actually heard it. I totally forgot about the sound. Shout out to Expos for posting it on their little road trip banner. Blink-182, San Diego.
There you go.
We're going back to San Diego. It's just pretty simple as that. Going back.
There we are. And I'm like sitting here. Another one just came up into my head was U2, No Line on the Horizon for the VR crew. I don't know. I'm letting it go. We're moving on. Yeah, it'll only get worse. It'll only get worse. Thanks, Bam. On to the next. All right, let's preview that San Diego match as we talk about more madness and getting some revenge, because I have it on my mind. I don't know about you guys, but yes, May 2nd. That's right. The day after the May Day nonsense. Yes, there we go. 6:30 p.m. kickoff for those of you watching from a distance and not supporters. Yeah, 6:30 kickoff against San Diego. They are 3-2-5 on the season with 11 total points. LAFC is 6-2-2 on the season with 20 points. Both chasing the lead, but they're chasing it a little bit more. Of course, they've got 2 wins against us from last year. 2-1 in our house, 3-2 in their house. I know. Little rude awakening. But hey, on the bright side, they are winless in their last 5. In fact, they've lost their last 5. Talk about a struggle. In those matches, they lost 2-1 to Portland in their house. They lost 1-0 to Houston and 4-2 to Salt Lake on the road. They also had a 2-1 defeat at home to Minnesota. Yeah, that Minnesota. And then got thumped by the Earthquakes. Isn't everybody getting thumped by the Earthquakes this year? 3-0 on the road, and it was a pretty embarrassing defeat. So that is happening. They've allowed a lot of goals. They've scored a lot of goals. They kind of, I think, score in most of their matches. 17 goals for. We've got 17 goals for, but they have 17 goals against, while we only have 6 goals against. Can you see the problem this year for San Diego? It's not tight. It's not tight. So that is what's going on with these guys. They're having a rough go of things. Cards have been an issue too. It's been rough. Bam, have you been watching these guys? Like, I know I have, and it's been an interesting vibe, but your thoughts on San Diego this year?
It's amazing what happens when you get rid of a certain player. Their players haven't been that great this year, plain and simple. They've been borderline trash, which is stark reality to how they were last year. Losing 5 in a row. How if they lose this weekend and then one more after that, if you're the manager, how you're going to keep your job, I don't know, plain and simple. But there has to be some serious talks going on back of house for these guys.
Yeah, it does. And their crowds, if you've noticed, have been a little bit lighter as well. So there's a little lost.
But that's San Diego crowds, though.
Yeah.
With all their sports, it's the reason why the Chargers left.
Energy drops quick. If they look like a contender, they show up. If they don't, they don't. That's San Diego fan culture. So that is what we've seen, right? The goalkeeping situation, I think they have a kid that's like first year or second year pro is now taking the starting reins because all the other ones have been horrible. Yeah, it's been bad, dude. So let's talk about it. 2-1 loss, the last loss against the Timbers. Line was a 4-3-3 in that case. Ferry was in goal. Yes, Duran Ferry, such a household name, holding it down in goal for them. McVeigh and Dua were their center backs, as expected. Verhoeven and Pilcher were the outside backs, with Godoy, Verskov, and Valakari as their midfielders. Again, no real surprise with those names. Up top was Dreyer, Ingvartsen, and Vasquez. Yeah, I know. Game before that was a 3-4-2-1. Kind of an interesting vibe on this one. Free was in goal. So McVeigh, Dua were their center backs. Verhoeven and Maiton were their outside mids. Being back at time. Godoy, Servkov, I know I'm going to mess his name up, holding in the midfield. Valakari, Dreyer as the withdrawn attackers, and Morgan as the lead. Funny thing is, they had a late substitution where Pellegrino came in and got a red card. Like bizarro world. But yes, they've been struggling. That is for sure. And to me, it's just dumb mistakes in a lot of cases. Goalkeepers caught out, just communication stuff, just not looking themselves. I know there's some faces that they're used to seeing that aren't there, but drop off is real. Tony, your thoughts on San Diego's struggles this year?
We usually, again, this is a reversed Austin, is the best way to kind of say that, because where Austin had a freshman slump and then had the sophomore boost, there again, the sophomore slump is real right now. But also, I believe that now that, again, it usually takes one good season to understand how a team plays, to understand how to counteract them, but also losing a player as problematic as Chucky is. Again, this is why we had the conversation when Chucky was available. Do we want him or not? And you can see his track record before that, and you can see that. But when you lose a player with dynamic as him, you kind of have to redo everything, and it's not helping them. And unfortunately, he's not leaving anywhere. He wants to get paid, and he's not going to leave until that contract's up. So San Diego's stuck in this right of a thing, and we're just they're gonna have to figure out what moves can do, what changes they can do, and that's again cool, great season. But can you build on it? Unfortunately, they couldn't, and we're in this.
Enjoy your sophomore slump. Let's just not treat it like we're gonna walk in there and get something out of it either. I think for us, it's a danger match. It should be. They've beaten us twice. Is it the same lineup? Not really. Enough changes to tell me we can take these guys, but it ain't gonna be easy. It's still a rivalry match. Might not feel like it's a rivalry, but it is because of the proximity. So that is why it's very, very real. I think the story for us is how do we approach it? That's the big one. So I go to you, Bam. How different do you think the lineup's going to look? Is it going to look like Minnesota, or is it going to look like Portland match where it's way different?
I don't think it'll look that much different. I was reading earlier on MLSsoccer.com their projected lineup for us this weekend. And the guy that did it obviously has no idea about,
of course,
us, plain and simple. For me, obviously, Hugo will be in goals, plain and simple.
Okay.
Backline, it's going to be Long, Tafari, and Segura.
Okay.
With Palencia and Hollingshead as the outside backs.
Interesting. Okay. Tony, your thoughts on that backline?
For us or for them?
Us.
Put Segura out there so we don't use him for Toluca. Again, I know we can use him for Toluca, but Segura, Safari, limited minutes. Eric Long for sure starts, but minimal minutes on that. And then Hollingshead.
I kind of feel like we're going to see the Minnesota thing here because it's so close. Like, everybody sit. Smolikov, Hollingshead, go handle. Midfield, the center back situation, shuffle them as needed. Even with Segura, like, maybe he gets the start, maybe he gets 45 minutes. But I just can't see it. I think that's what it's going to be. Same with the midfield. We don't take any risks. I think, for me, the midfield, Eustachio gets into the start for this. Your guys' thoughts on the midfield situation for this one?
For me, it's going to be because he didn't. Chonier is going to start.
Yep.
And I'm going to say Eustachio will be our midfielders.
Delgado takes a rest.
Yeah.
Okay. Tillman get the start in that midfield or someone else?
No, because I'm going the 5-2-3. So I was
Okay.
2 in midfield.
Got it. So there you go. Thinking the same thing, Tony?
What do we do? I'm trying to think. Tillman's. Smolikov, Estacio, and Tillman.
Interesting. All right. So what's up top then for you then, Tony?
Longest starts. If he's
Of
healthy,
course.
he starts.
Yeah.
Son starts limited minutes. I say that because of who he is. First time to San Diego.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. And I want to see Martinez out there again. Again, he's still young. You know what I mean? He still has a hot hand. Keep that up so you don't, ice him out.
Yeah, I kind of feel that's what's going to happen too. I'm in agreement. Unless you want Boyd out there just to get minutes, but maybe he comes in later. I still think Boyd gets minutes, just not in the start.
No, I think Martinez will start, but Ordaz will come in for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Abobase comes in for Sonny, right?
Yeah.
I think that's
so. I'll tell you the starting lineup that they put on the MLS article.
Oh, let's have a laugh.
So, Lloris in goal, Porteous, Tafari as centre backs, Smolikov, Hollingshead as outside backs, Terry, Chonier, Delgado in the midfield, Bouanga, Ebobisse, Boyd up top.
Watch it be that, because
that's their predicted.
I mean, Mark Dos Santos kind of paved that with the comments he made post game, like, this is too much. It's not a video game. Like, so he could be doing something crazy like that just to be like, forget this. It's not that important. But I don't know.
I think he understands it's San Diego, so it is important.
It's probably why he's sold out about it. We'll see, man. The great mystery. You can't predict a Dos Santos lineup at this point, which I kind of like. Our last manager, we knew it to a T every week. Not now. Now this is interesting. So there goes that. What do we have to do to get the job done? Get the job done, right? Play within yourselves. So let's move on to the reason why we really want to talk tonight. And that, of course, is semifinal, leg 2, Toluca on the road. Welcome to hell. Here comes the trouble with a twist. We'll say that because the lineups aren't going to be what you're expecting. Now, what do we know about this game? 2 on aggregate. That's where we sit. It's a 6:30 start Wednesday night. Partly cloudy weather in the 70s, so that plays into our hands a bit. The weather won't be too bad. But then comes the referees. So we've got Walter Alexander Lopez Castellanos as the referee, I believe from Guatemala, for this international. So yes, that is who we have for the referee. Thankfully, not the one that we just had. Who's out? Well, for them, Oswaldo Virgen and Federico Pereira are injured. For us, it's Boudry and Jesus on paper. But then the twist of all twists, okay? Liga MX has agreed to release players for Mexico's camp, and it is on. So in this case, Jesus Gallardo, who started at left back against us in the last match, is set to head off. Right. And then also Alexis Vega, who didn't get the start, but did come in late in the match to try to turn things around for them. They're going to be gone. They're saying reporting time is what, May 6th? Yeah, exactly. So I don't know, right? Do they get to delay their move? Do they go? I mean, it's funky. So yes, a lot of players are leaving. Your thoughts, Bam? Are they going to make an exception with these guys that get to play out with us? Are they going to release them? what's going to happen.
As much as taking off my LAFC hat, going, thank God they're gone, they're not going to play. For the match itself, it will be disappointing if they miss out on it. I want LAFC to go through beating Toluca at its best. For Toluca to be at its best, they need those players. So, as much as I want to sit here and go, the LAFC fan in me is saying, yes, they don't start, they got to go. I would still want them to have an exception for this game to be able to play.
True. I mean, I'm on the other hand, after we got hosed as bad as we did in the last game, like, I don't give a crap. Let them all fall apart. I just want to get through. That's me. I do not care about them. Let them have all the problems they need. We need the advantage. Cool. I'll take the advantage. That's life. Stick it. I don't care. Now, that being said, it's not like they have a giant hole at left back. It's not the end of the world. They actually do have a competent left back that can step in for them. That would be Mauricio Isaias, right? He has played plenty of games for them this year, including the 4-1 win against León. He had 45 minutes against them on Saturday. He was in the Mazatlan defeat, 81 minutes played there. He got partial minutes for one of the matches against Galaxy. So it's not like he's not playing. He is one of their guys. He is the common guy to go in at left back. So they don't have a hole there. Except he will have to face Martinez. Yeah. So have fun with that into the mix. Big guy too, 6 foot tall. But again, gets minutes. So yes, it's a loss of a national player, but they still have a competent reserve. Vega, on the other hand, he didn't start the last match. He came in kind of as a super sub. That doesn't always happen to him, but again, it takes a weapon off the board. It does. So that will have an effect. Now, we could be saying this, and all of a sudden we find out, oh, by the way, they get to report May 7th. They state May 6th, but they ain't in stone, right? And they still show up. The wishy-washy life, that is. So we'll see. On our end, I think the better story is, what are we going to do? What are they going to do? How are they going to adjust? Is it going to look the same? Now, for us, with Bwanga in the lineup, it is a very different case for us. So I go to you, Bam. Is it going to be the same system, or are we going to do something different? What are you thinking for this match now that Bwanga is back in the mix?
For me, it's a straight. It's just one player, Bwanga in, one player out.
Segura too. So
yeah.
He's back.
Yeah. For me, because of the last game, it's just going to be one player that's going to. Bwanga's going to come in and Schaffelberg's going to sit. That's where the change is going to be.
Okay. That's your thought. So Long, Tafari, Porteous are holding 3 in the back.
Yep.
That's how it is. Yeah. No Segura? No Segura. Okay. Midfield situation. You had Chouanier, Delgado, and now it's Tillman by the shift that you're making, correct?
Yep.
Holding down midfield. And up top, it's Martinez, Sonny, Bwanga, as we usually see.
Yep.
So a little bit of movement on the field, a little bit, but one change. Schaffelberg off. All right. Tony, are you in agreement with this? Or do you think he's finding a way to put Segura into this game?
You want the fantasy land, or do you want or do you want Disneyland, or do you want Knott's Berry Farm?
Oh no, second leg realism, dude. Go for it.
So Knott's Berry Farm. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Segura, Tafari, Palencia, and Long.
So back to a 4-man, or
Yep.
no?
I'm going to say 4-man for this one.
Okay. So what does that do to your midfield?
I still do the 3. The reason I put Palencia so we can push him a little bit forward. Like I know he doesn't like the wing back, but there's room for that. So midfield, fortunately Tillman. Hopefully Tillman. Hopefully Tillman stays in that little area and he's a midfielder. Delgado and Espacio.
I mean,
Estacio, yeah.
I think we're off by a number here, Tony.
Why? It's 4-3-3.
Okay. So who's your 4 in the back again?
Long.
Uh-huh.
Segura. Tafari. And Palencia.
So Porteous sits.
Mm-hmm. I think he comes back. I think the reason I say that because of the yellow. I think we need a bang. I think we need a little more fight near the second half because it's gonna turn into a grimy game.
Yeah, I know. It will.
So I think I'd rather save that griminess and fightness for later on, or you can quickly change that quickly when it comes time to. Hopefully, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I have a hard time not seeing Porteous on the field, dude. Just because
I know
it's the piss and vinegar of it, dude. Honestly.
Again, this is why I said fantasy.
It's Mark.
Realism.
It's Mark Dos Santos. He loves his Segura. I know.
Yes.
He does. He does. More than
realism, fantasy.
Got it. Okay. All right.
That's why I have Tillman, Delgado, and Estacio.
Chouanier.
Yep.
All right. We'll see. Well, it's going to get interesting. That's for sure. He has his favorites, though. I understand why. They've earned that. That's for sure this year. I mean, the Tafari show, dude, has been special. So, yeah. On the other side, do you think you're going to see much of a flip to their lineup, or is it going to look just the one change and that's going to be it?
They're taking Vega, right? If I remember hearing that correctly.
Yeah, Vega's gone. He wasn't a starter last game anyway.
No, yeah, I was trying to remember because I was trying to remember if he was like being taken.
He came in about the 81st minute.
Yeah, if he wasn't being taken, then I would say Vega, but I don't see a change. It's gonna it's beneficial for us. This is happening at the right time, but again, this is the setup. I think if the World Cup wasn't upon us as the way it is, and the way the Mexican national team is going, bright future. I know it's a tangent. We know we're talking about LAFC and the cap, but bright future. Yeah. The coach taking over. I have great pride and the right person to lead this one, which is Rafa Marquez. But if the state of the Mexican national team, I think we need to iron out a lot. So they have to go and figure this stuff out, especially for a home World Cup. Home again. But it's going to be a rough. But this is the hand go dealt, and this is what we got to do. And most likely we see if and when or wherever it's going to be, we're going to see a bitter old rival and maybe his last game ever in that kit.
Oh, looking ahead. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't want to look ahead. I'm in that world like that's bad luck, man. But I know what you're talking about. I mean, yeah, you would assume that's the obstacle for the next round if we get there. But we got to get there. Job's not done. Job's not done. What are the guys going to have to do to get through the hell that is Toluca at altitude? Honestly, just can't get goaded into nonsense. Keep the game simplified. Let them open up. They have to get a goal. There is no way around it. They've got to beat us. A tie won't make it happen. And if they allow a goal, it's even worse for them. So I expect them to try to bloody our nose early. That gives us a Bouanga breakout opportunity. We just have to find ways to break out. That's simple. We have to get them into taking card trouble too. There's no promise that you're going to get any cards called on against them in this, but hey, you still got to make the plays. You still got to make it hard on them. You still have to make it uncomfortable and get some odd man rushes on counters. Counters are going to be the story of this game. Dead ball situations as well are going to be important, and we've been weak on corners. So get it together. We're here now. We can't let cheap penalties like the one that Palencia led against Cruz Azul either. That was tough. Questionable, but still, it was there. Bam, your thoughts? How's leg 2 going to have to play itself out to get the result we need?
We're gonna have to lock it down. Try and get an early goal, and just defense be on the game. Sonny, Buonga, Martinez, everyone up front, get back and help the defense. Plain and simple. We've got to be able to lock it down. If it's a 0-0 boring game, I don't care. We need to get through to the final. Plain and simple.
I feel like we need to steal a goal. We just do. Tony?
Finishing.
Yeah.
Finishing the possession. And when I mean possession, I'm not saying control possession. Control possession with a idea and a straightforward what we're going to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we have to do. You know what I mean? None of this. Okay, because as you saw the stats, they had all this possession, but one goal to account for. While with us, we had 3 goals to account for.
Yeah.
Right. So finishing, possession, and being the adult in the room.
Don't lose your cool. Don't lose your cool. Don't lose your cool. Don't give them a reason to send you off. Don't give them a reason to get a penalty. They're going to look for one. That's the rules when you play in Mexico. So, yeah, can't get too heavy with it. That's for sure. All right. I see some comments from the faithful. Let's see where you guys are at in the lead up to this. All right. We'll move it back. We've got Burke saying send San Diego to Vegas in agreement. Freaking Vancouver situation's ugly. That's for sure. It's always ugly when you try to threaten a team, especially a team like Vancouver, who's been a professional club in different levels for just as long as Seattle, man. Like it's not cool. It's not cool. Reminds me of when San Jose got moved to Houston. It's getting those vibes. Well, for the old farts, they know what this is. Yeah.
Yep.
Don't move. Just create one. That means the Western has 16 teams. So
I know. But it's cheaper to get an existing team than pay the franchise fee. Sounds crazy, but I think that's why it's going this way.
Yeah. Because you think about it, go one more team in the East, one more team in the West, 2 divisions of 16. Easy.
Yeah. I'm in agreement. I mean, you want Vegas to be in the league because that's the rumor. Start a new one. Don't be idiots like the Athletics, man. Like that whole process. Like, no. Not loving it. All right. Burke also says, I'm ready for another Smolikov banger in San Diego. I agree. He did have a banger the last time we were there, didn't he? And then a crazy red card from Igor Jesus, who's not going to be in the lineup. So there's that risk aversion. Yeah, I'm with you, man. I think Smoley gets some playtime. That's for sure. Gio says all we need is a tie in Toluca. It's very doable. I want an away goal, man, to feel good about life. That's all I want. Get that away goal, right? Get the one early. Life sucks for them. But yeah, it's going to be tough if we're trying to play a 0-0, man. I get you, man. Lunch Special Geo also says LAFC needs to rest players this weekend. Send the academy players. Right. It is what it is. You guys also have to realize that Toluca has to play a playoff match this weekend. Right, Tony? They do have a knockout match. They could be knocked out of the tournament as early as this weekend. And you know the vibe that would be if they do get knocked out? Tony's laughing. Is it possible, Tony?
Pachuca's decent. Yeah, but if that happens, Look, just go on social media, and if you can speak Spanish and listen to their pundits, how they're not too worried. There's no hit the red button, alarm right now because of this.
No.
Now wait till after that game, and if they lose, that alarm hits a little bit harder.
Yeah. That's the funny part. Like, so again, the whole thing is, hey, we got the away goal, we're fine. We got the away goal, we're fine. That's how they're playing it in the lead up. So yeah, let's see what happens. You might be right, Gio. Like, just play it safe. I don't think Bouanga wants to. I think he wants to get a couple bangers in before this next game. I think that's something with him. But the others, like I said, the Portland shift around could be the story about the goalkeeping situation. Maybe you stabilize that. We'll see. Hey, Burke, I'm with you, man. Hey, I will not tolerate the Knott's Berry Farm slander.
Okay, it wasn't slander. I love Knott's Berry Farm, but the realisticness of Knott's Berry Farm and what you get, because it's not like there are rules of trying to keep this magical place very like the way it is. You know what I mean? Because it does.
America's first theme park, man. I want Burke's camp here. It's America's first theme park, dude.
Is the
John Wine was the first guy to take the log ride. Just saying, man.
Yes. They have the whole history. Yes, I know. They have the whole history of Knott's Berry Farm. Walking in, if you want, in that one store of how it became the fried chicken to the berries to the jams.
Yes, the lore.
Yes, I understand this. I understand this.
So there goes that. I'm with you, Burke. I love that place.
Just say I can't fight this. Okay.
Are you saying Tony was one of those kids with the funny haircuts that they made rules about? Are you suggesting that?
No, he's saying I wasn't one of those people. Just say I can't fight. Oh my god.
I know, but the adult rules changed that game. I see more fights at Disneyland these days than I do at Knott's Berry Farm.
Again, my theme park, if we're going to do by closeness, was Six Flags. So do with that as me. That was mine.
Yeah. That's real in the chance you could actually fall off a ride.
Yeah, see, I like surviving. I survive near-death experiences. There's a difference. What's safety?
Good Lord, man.
And I have Batman.
Same company now, man. Whatever. Crown Jewel's Knott's.
I have
Just
Batman.
saying.
They have Snoopy, but I have Batman.
Yeah. Again, throw some respect. I'm with Burke on this one. Let's take down Toluca. Back to focus, right? We got some work to do. That's for sure. The boys do. Thank you guys for the comments. Love it, Burke. Love it. Enjoy the Formula One and the lead up, right? That's going to get interesting. But hey, another story for another time. All right. Y'all rock again. Coming in late. I know you guys are all tired too because you were at the game. I saw you there. Getting it done. But hey, we are in this mix.
Oh God, that's another song.
What now, man? There he goes again. What up?
Dave with Adventureland.
We rest. We get ready for another busy weekend. Me and hundreds of my Hey, if you guys are heading to San Diego, crazy like me, I'll see you down there. I'll be there. So I'm not taking a rest. I'm going for it. Are you going, Tony?
Yes, I'm going.
See? Talk to us. We won't be in the VIP section. We'll be in the one that's truly the VIP, the supporter section. Getting it done, as we always do, week in and week out. Bam's wishing he was there because we miss him. He's usually with us. So there, I will leave it at that. What, Tony? You're having a good time with that one. All right, cool. All right, on that note, we'll let it go. All right, final comments. Bam, I'll let you lead since Tony's too busy laughing over there.
Final comments. Everyone going there, be safe. Keep your head on a swivel at all times. Tie your scarves up. I'm not going this time, obviously, because it's a bit too far for me this time. But it is a fun away trip. It was fun. again, just look after yourselves. If you're not going, there is also F1s this weekend. F1s is back this weekend before another 3-week break.
Is it though?
Could be lightning, but yeah, you know.
At least there'll be a sprint race. There'll at least be a sprint race.
Okay, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. And for all you sickos that love watching other soccer around the world, the A-League finals kick off this weekend. Melbourne City are playing away in Auckland. Melbourne Victory are hosting Sydney FC in the Big Blue, so that will be a great game to watch, which should be at 2 a.m. your time Saturday morning, I want to say. So if you are up and about, have a watch of that. That should be a good game. As I always harp on about, mental health matters. It is major important to look after your mental health. If you need help, reach out. For those in LA, call 800-854-7771. Or if you just want to text someone, you can text to 988 and they will help you get the help you need.
Well said, sir. Well said. Yes. It reminds me, since he's talking about matches ahead, I mean, we also have Champions League, right, next week. So as of Wednesday evening, I might be the happiest guy in the world, or I could be the saddest guy in the world, depending how things play themselves out. So I'll leave it at that. Those who know. So there you go. I hope I'm going to be truly entertained. I'll leave it there. Tony, final thoughts, sir.
Final thoughts, of course, as I always say, have conversations with people. You may not agree. Understandable. Not everyone agrees with everything, but again, we are a community in this vast city of ours. That's what makes us a very unique, very, I don't want to use a word because it's just like the word great is just kind of now is like the worst word to use, but a very like cool, I'll say cool, very cool city because of that. You know what I mean? Very diverse of diverses of it. So just have the conversations, and yes, we all do not agree with most things that are being said or what's being done, but having the conversations to understand the other person still keeps that community vibe alive. Again, we are all in this together. We are not each other's enemies. We should be united in this. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. We've had these differences for many, many years before with different aspects of whatever it is, but we always come out on top. So I want to continue that and not get lost in what is going on. Besides that, for those going to San Diego, be safe, drink responsibly. Again, security is going to be different, a lot different moving forward this time around. Hopefully they learned. But again, this is the LA San Diego rivalry, no matter which way you put it. They don't like us, we don't like them. It's just something about the sports aspect of it, and that's how it goes. It really feels like that. So be safe. If you're going to take a scarf, make sure it's tucked, make sure it's tied, make sure you can't be ripped off because people be looking for trophies out there. Have a buddy system, make sure you're okay. And, I understand away trips, as most of you know who have been on this. We are in this together. There are groups. We still have our SGs. We still have the people we know, but we're a unit. So if you see me and need help and also need to be, taken care of or anything like that, and just so you won't walk alone, you can hit me up. You can find Joseph, who's going to be there, and we'll help you out as best as we can to make sure everyone gets out of there safe. But at the end of that, let's get some points out of it. Be healthy leaving that stadium, us and the players, so we can go to Wednesday and then have the fun time of that. And then we'll be back here Thursday and talking either with a very happy Joseph or a happy sad Joseph or a sad Joseph. We don't know. We're going to find out. Find out next episode on Dragon Ball Z.
Let's hope it's all happiness, sunshine, and rainbows, people. That is what we all hope for. Keep your head on a swivel this weekend. I'm going to dedicate my moment here to the traveling supporters who may be going to San Diego, who may be going to Toluca, who may be going to both. And I did hear there's this large contingent that's like, hey, we're doing San Diego and we're doing Toluca because where we're flying out of. So it just makes perfect sense, which you guys are gamers. all love to you. So to the travelers, I dedicate my moment to you. To the rest of the faithful, always wear the colors. We've got a lot of games ahead. We need everybody's full energy. And I want to hear this whole stadium sing again soon, because that was brilliant this last game. So keep it up, y'all. Let's do this. And you know what that means? The word of the day, which we all strive to be. Bam, you first.
Stay golden.
Tony.
Stay golden, Los Angeles.
And from me to all of you, stay golden, Los Angeles.
Thank you for listening to the Heart of LAFC. Make sure to leave us a rating and review on iTunes or Stitcher. Shoulder to shoulder, the black and gold is taking over.